A very good day to Dr. Dayam. I'm Chan Yong Soon. Will be presenting about my industrial training at Chemsain Konsultant Sendirian Berhad in Bintulu, Sarawak, which had been carried out for 10 weeks from 31st July to 8 October in 2023. The presentation contents include company background, tasks and responsibilities of industrial training and industrial training project. As a beginning, I will be presenting about the company background. Chemsain, founded in 1984, is one of Malaysia's largest companies offering services in environment, engineering, occupational safety and health, scientific research and development, laboratory services, environmental monitoring, and information management. The employer and employees of this company are responsible to provide a full commitment to fulfill the sustainability requirements in light of the society, environment, and economic aspects. Its vision is to progress towards excellence in providing consultancy and technical services in the fields of science, technology, and environment, while also providing rewarding career opportunities to our employees. The missions of Chemsain Consultant Sdn Bhd are as follows: continue being a leader in providing excellent consultancy and technical services in meeting the challenges in the fields of science, technology, and environment. Dedicate to sustainable development and preservation of the Earth's environment. Be in the forefront in providing creative, cost-effective solutions and excellent client services, and commit to achieving the goal of the company through effective hands-on management, strong teamwork, emphasis on the professional development of its employees, and building long-term and mutually beneficial ties with clients, associates, suppliers, and the community. There are many services provided by the company, including environment, engineering, laboratory, on-site testing and sampling, occupational safety and health, water infrastructure, training and development, information management, and Drone Technical Center. The organizational charts of both laboratory and monitoring divisions of the company are shown in this slide. Okay, next is the tasks and responsibilities of industrial trainee. In the monitoring division, my job scope is to assist the environmental safety and health manager and executives to write and update the environmental monitoring report (EMR) with the current data about the quality of the environmental aspects such as water, ambient air, and noise, which is indicated by various environmental parameters. As for the laboratory division, technical assistants conduct qualitative and quantitative analysis of the samples gathered from the several locations of a project site. Next, there is an industrial training project which have been carried out during my industrial training period. This project is about the writing of a short article regarding air pollution. According to my industrial training supervisor, air pollution stands as a significant contemporary environmental concern, progressively escalating in urgency. The objectives of the project are to acquaint students with crucial facets concerning air pollution challenges encountered by various nations, to define and determine the causes of air pollution, to study about the common air pollutants and air pollution control system that is usually utilized by the industries for minimizing and eliminating the release of air pollutants into the environment, to gain comprehension of the established standards utilized in Malaysia for assessing air quality levels, to gain awareness and important lessons from the air pollution case studies. Regarding the problem statement of project, air pollution has become one of the most serious problems in the world. It can cause diseases, allergies, and severe health problems in humans and other living organisms and may damage the natural environment. Health problems have been growing at a faster rate, especially in urban areas of developing countries where industrialization and the increasing number of vehicles lead to the release of a lot of gaseous pollutants into the environment that causes damage to human health and makes the air quality poor. Thus, there is a need to discover the causes of air pollution and the common types of air pollutants it releases into the atmosphere. As the air pollution is becoming a serious global issue, therefore it is required to develop a foraging system that overcomes the problems and monitors the parameters that are affecting air pollution. So, air pollution is defined as a phenomenon that occurs as a result of the contamination of the indoor or outdoor environment by any substance that alters the natural properties of atmosphere. Whether it be chemical, physical, or biological, it is considered an air pollutant. Air pollution may be caused by various processes, either natural or anthropogenic. This table shows the natural sources of air pollution. The first natural source of air pollution is the volcanic activities. Volcanic eruptions release a variety of poisonous gases such as chlorine and sulfur, as well as particulate matter. However, they typically only affect a small region. Besides, the winds and air currents may carry contaminants over wide region after mobilizing them from the ground. In addition, wildfires are also the natural sources of air pollution in which the addition of carbon monoxide and particulate matter to the atmosphere that contains organic contaminants might have a considerable impact on some locations, even though they are generally regulated and may be contained. Furthermore, microbial decaying processes are the processes where the microorganisms play a significant role in the natural decaying processes of living things and environmental contaminants. This activity leads to the emission of gases naturally, particularly methane gas. Last but not least, radioactive decay processes. For instance, the natural breakdown of the Earth's crust produces radon gas, which may build up in basements and other enclosed areas. Next, let's look for the anthropogenic sources of air pollution as shown in the table. First of all, mining and smelting. Because of the crushing and processing of mineralogical deposits, certain metals that have been absorbed on airborne particulate matter are released. Secondly, foundry activities release a range of metals into the air that have been absorbed on airborne particles brought about by the processing of metallic raw materials, including the usage of furnaces. Thirdly, industrial processes may release both organic and inorganic pollutants through unintentional spills, leakage, handling and storage of chemicals, particularly volatile inorganic compounds. Fourthly, transportation releases a variety of air pollutants through the tailpipe gases as a result of the internal combustion of various fuels. Fifthly, controlled burning in forest and agriculture management it involves controlled burning that will produce gases and particulate matter. Last but not least, waste incineration releases various poisonous gases and particulate matter into the environment depending on the waste composition. Next, there are various key primary air pollutants, including particulate matter, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, carbon monoxide, and ozone. Particulate matter refers to very minute solid particles and liquid droplets suspended in the atmosphere. It can reach exceptionally high concentrations during bushfires or dust storms. There are two sizes of particulate matter, which include PM10, the particles with a diameter of 10 micrometers or less, and PM2.5, the particles with a diameter of 2.5 micrometers or less. Sulfur dioxide is a gas with a pungent, unpleasant odor and it is extremely reactive. It is formed by the burning of fossil fuel at power plants and other industrial facilities. Volcanic eruptions, the breakdown and combustion of organic waste, and spray from the sea are some examples of natural processes that generate sulfur gases. Nitrogen dioxide is a highly reactive gas that forms as a result of the emissions from the motor vehicles, industries, unflue gas heaters, and gas stove tops. High concentrations can be observed particularly on long, busy highways and indoors where unflue gas heaters are in operation. Smoke from cigarettes or gas-powered cooking are two more indoor causes. Carbon monoxide is a toxic, tasteless, colorless, and odorless gas. The incomplete combustion of carbon-containing materials such as natural gas, gasoline, kerosene, oil, propane, coal, or wood can result in carbon monoxide, a common industrial hazard. Last but not least, ozone is unstable and extremely reactive gas due to the additional third oxygen atom. The Earth's atmosphere contains ozone both at ground level and in the high altitudes. By blocking harmful UV light from the sun, ozone in the upper atmosphere protects humans, and ozone at ground level is bad for human health. Ground level ozone is the main component of smoke and is produced when sunlight interacts with emissions from sources including industry and motor vehicles. Next, Air Pollution Control System (APCS) refers to as a system, device or equipment created and installed mainly with the objective of minimizing or eliminating the release of air pollutants into the atmosphere. As shown in the table, there are various air pollution control systems. First of all, cyclone. It eliminates particulates by forcing the contaminated air stream to travel in a spiral pattern inside a cylindrical chamber. For the particles greater than around 20 micrometer, they may often attain efficiencies of 90%. Cyclone, however, is insufficient to achieve strict air quality standards. It is usually utilized as pre-cleaners and are followed by more efficient air cleaning equipment. Secondly, wet scrubber is an equipment that uses direct contact with a liquid spray to capture suspended particles. About 90% of the particulates greater than 8 micrometers may be removed by utilizing spray towel scrubber. In addition to providing removable efficiency of around 90% for particulates greater than 2 micrometers, these devices provide the benefit of decreased water recirculation rates. The most effective wet collector is Venturi scrubber, which may achieve efficiency of greater than 98% for the particles with a diameter of over 0.5 micrometers. Last but not least, baghouse filter. The fans blow dusty air upward through the enclosure's bottom. The filter bags contain the particulates, and the clean air escapes the baghouse at the top via the vapor. The particles as fine as 1 micron and a sizable portion of those as tiny as 0.01 micron may be removed almost completely by a fabric filter dust collector. As shown in this table, I would like to introduce the Malaysia Ambient Air Quality Standard, a new ambient air quality standard that was published by the Department of Environment to provide guidance on acceptable limits for individual air pollutants to safeguard public interest. It sets 6 air pollutants criteria, including ground level ozone, sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, particulate matter with the sizes of less than 10 micron and 2.5 micron. Three interim goals have been set, which are interim target 1 in 2015, interim target 2 in 2018, and full standard implementation in 2020. Last but not least, there are two air pollution incidents occurred in 2019, which are Sungai Kinking incident in March and the Pasir Kudan incident in June. In Sungai Kinking, there are three ways of the first deadly poisonous gas poisoning. It affects mostly school children and then experience health symptoms such as vomiting, chest pain, sore throat, fever, and so on. There were 5,039 particular cases reported across 12 schools. The presence of acrylonitrile, acrolein, benzene, hydrogen chloride, toluene, xylene, ethylbenzene, and D-limonene were detected after the additional tests were performed using the GasMat DS4030, which was a portable FTIR gas analyzer for ambient air analysis. According to the authorities, the first and second waves were instantly attributed to the illicit chemical waste disposal in Sungai Kinking, whereas the third wave was brought on by the extensive cleanup and removal of hazardous chemical waste and polluted soils. As for Pasir Kuda incident, it happened in three ways as well. It also affects mostly school children which have experienced health symptoms. There were 1,178 individual cases reported across 22 schools. Acrolein, acrylonitrile, methyl mercaptan, and benzene were the four poisonous gases that were able to be detected using GasMat. Sungai Kinking was clean at the time of the occurrence, therefore it could be ruled out that the chemical waste had been placed there instead. As a conclusion, I have gained various industrial training experiences as follows. The first one is assisted the ESH manager and executives update the data and information from the test reports into the EMR. Secondly, attended a meeting which was entitled Bintulu Operation Meeting. Thirdly, visited a project site to learn from the technical assistants on the way that they set up the assembly equipment in order to gather and measure the environmental parameters. Fourth, uh, completed the industrial training project, which was writing a short article or summary about the air pollution. The last but not least, gained the opportunity to view the laboratory analysis equipment and tools that were provided in the laboratory division. There were no problems encountered as I could adapt myself to the working environment and had the ability to understand and carry out the task execution in monitoring division. My future recommendation for this industrial training program is applying the new knowledges or skills that I had gained from the company to benefit the other organizations in the future. These new knowledges or skills can be developed through relevant training, practice, and the feedback way on myself. It can help me develop a relevant experience in my specific area of interest, which then can help me contribute useful benefits to the other organizations in the future. I would also like to recommend to encourage the interaction between the companies or organizations with similar business natures as it will help them determine the best practices that have been adopted by the respective companies. Best practices are crucial because they help companies and organizations develop highly effective processes to streamline work. That's all for my presentation and thank you for listening.